I'm gonna go finish this website then.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish this website. I'm about to list out what I gotta do. The website. Send the email. Set the email to send tomorrow with the survey.
Yeah, you got the PDF now.
Start setting up emails. We could start doing the emails every. Well, she could finish the emails
for this week. Okay.
Then
week. Monday we'll start fresh. Okay.
And then we'll figure out what course you want to film. I think we were doing what we say?
Solo the Squad or the we got to come up with the create your course creator, but not that name because I think somebody got that. So either we can do that one or the Solo Squad. Yeah. Right. We'll just finalize it, I guess, by tomorrow. Sorry, y'all. Hey, how you doing? Come on in the room. I'm getting ready to get started. This is how business happens, right? Business first, business first. We talk about this all the time. I have to do business first. So my marketing manager / cousin is here assisting, helping me tonight get everything together. Because we got some stuff on the road for y'all. It's fourth quarter. I told you, we not playing. We not playing. And then I got you, cuz, too. If I didn't, I don't think I never sent it. So I'm going to send your stuff, too, before I leave tonight. Okay. Good evening. Good evening. I'm going to bring y'all a little bit closer to me, TikTokers. Let's go. Let's come down here. There we go. That way I can move the camera around if I need to or have you closer. There we go. That's perfect. Okay. Hello. We're literally going to do an hour session, if that. I have to put my timer on so that the clock comes on in 1 hour. So that's the max because I got taxes to finish doing. All right. So good evening. I know I'm an hour and a half late for you guys. I told you I will be back at 6, but this is how business works. All right. We try to get on at a specific time, but it doesn't always happen. And Black Friday is next month. So if you are a business owner and you are not preparing and getting your marketing together, your emails, some type of program for your clients, you are not doing yourself a service. You are disservicing yourself in your business. All right. So yeah, I was just here with my marketing manager. We had to go over a couple of things. So now you guys can get into class tonight. Class is in session. So TikTokers, welcome. If you are here, if you are new here to this page and this channel, welcome. Like the page, like the channel. As you guys are here and we are going over this, what do I always ask you? Double tap this screen for me, okay? This helps me help you. So as I am on here, even right now, if you guys can start double tapping the screen, like the page, share the video, this will give more people who need to know this kind of information. I'm not going over how you can get a Navy Federal account. You kind of already have to be a member or have a family member who is a veteran or and they don't have to be in the Navy. They can be any kind of Army, veteran, Navy, SEAL. What's the other one? Army Reserve, any form of government, even if they work for the government, right? So I don't go into helping you get into Navy Federal. That's not what we do here on this page and this channel, but I give you a lot of information and content regarding taxes, finances, credit, business, right? That's my forte. All right. Now I'm using Navy Federal as an example, but as I've shared with you guys before, I am on TikTok and YouTube. So you can do this with other credit unions. Navy Federal is not the only credit union that you can utilize, right? They're just the most popular. So, and I have them as well. So a lot of times when I get these examples, again, I'm saying Navy Federal, but you can do these loans with any credit union institution. It actually is better to do these type of things with a credit union, okay? So let's just kind of go over it. If you guys are looking to buy a car, okay, if you're looking to purchase a vehicle, a lot of people go straight to the dealership to purchase a vehicle. And what I want you guys to be more informed of and aware of is you are not going to go to the dealer to ask. You're not going to go to the dealership. All right. Especially if you know that your credit is not the best. Okay. So, what I'm going to talk to you guys tonight about is credit unions outside of Navy Federal, how you want to go and walk into a banking institution or a dealership when you are looking to purchase a car, right? Probably 90% of people who go and apply for an auto loan, how would you guys normally do that? If somebody's on here and you're willing to comment, if you wanted to go buy a car today, what would you do? Would you go to a dealer? Is that your first step, to go straight into the dealer? So kind of just let me know what you think. If you wanted to go get a car today, what would be your process, right? Shantae, Beverly, Enrico, hello on YouTube family. Okay. Credit union first, right? Look at y'all on here. Credit union, deal. There we go. Give me some, everybody saying credit union, because I've been on here telling y'all credit union. But before you knew the credit union, what is the way? Because these are statistics. I'm in financial services, remember? So statistically, most people are not going to the credit union first, you guys. That's why I'm on here trying to educate you tonight. Right. Thank you, Sheila, for being honest. Straight to the dealership. That's how most people do it. And it's nothing wrong, right? Remember, we're here to educate you tonight. Okay. So use to dealership, then banks or credit union for blank check, but I have been for years with the dealer. But I haven't been for years with the dealer. Right. Perfect, Neo. Because you learn some things, right? Once you learn this strategy, then you will never go walk into a dealer again and ask them to finance you a car. Now you know that, right? So now that you know that if you know your credit is not especially if you know your credit is not the best. I'm really talking for those of you guys who are like maybe in the low 500s, low 600. If your credit score is under 680, right? You definitely should not be walking straight into a dealership. I'm going to make this real specific. Anybody who has a credit score of 680 and under, let me teach you the game on how you walk into the credit and how you walk into go buying you a car. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. I have a check here, and this check maybe expire soon. What's this? September, October, November. Okay, I still got to November. So I got 90 days. So I just went on ahead and did this. YouTubers, anybody that's watching, like this video for me as well. It's like 14 of y'all watching. Come on and tap in, like that video for me. That helps me. All right. Like that video, like this video. And make sure you following the page and the channel too. Okay. TikTok is y'all on point. Double tap that screen. So what I did, I didn't need an auto loan. A lot of things I do to show you guys receipts and proof, right? And also just to show you the value of who I am and what I'm talking about, right? So I applied for an auto loan back in August. What does this check date say? August 15th, 2022, right? You guys see that? August 15th, 2022, okay? The check amount is for, what is it, $35,000? Okay. So at the time, I did a pre-approval. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I did. I have an account with Navy Federal. I went on my Navy Federal app, did the app in the middle of the night. It wasn't no trick or reasoning behind why I did it at the middle of the night. I work late. I'm up late working. So that's why I did the app in the middle of the night. All right. It wasn't some trick that some of y'all people love to get on here and say, oh, this hack and all that other stuff. You can get approved at 9 a.m. You can get approved at 9 p.m. Okay. All that extra stuff. So biggest thing is you're going to go on and you're going to apply, point blank period. Now you can either do a pre-approval or you can do a straight out application. Okay. If you know the kind of car that you want, if you've already found the car, you've already looked at the car, if you have access to the VIN number, right? Put that information in, because the more information that you give the credit union, they're going to base your loan off of the value of the vehicle. So if you just put on there that you want a Chevy, let's say a Chevy Tahoe, right? They don't know what kind of Chevy Tahoe you want. They don't know what year you want. They don't know all of the extra bells and whistles that you want, right? So you kind of limited when you say you just want a Chevy Tahoe. But if you give the actual VIN number, then that gives them all the details about the car that they need. Okay. Now, in your case, in my case, I didn't know what kind of vehicle I wanted. So I did a pre-approval. Now, what is a pre-approval? A pre-approval is this. What the pre-approval is it says, I want to purchase a car. They're going to ask you, do you want a new or a used vehicle? Okay. Do you want a new or a used vehicle? So you're going to select that. Either you're buying new or you're buying used. You should at least know that part. All right. Now, once you figure out whether you're buying new or you're buying used, it's going to ask you, do you have a dollar amount in mind of how much you want to borrow? Remember, because at this point, you don't know what car you want yet. So now you need to figure out how much money is the bank going to give you to be able to go walk into the dealer, right? So I put in, I think I shared with you guys, I put in 40,000 and they counter offer me for 35,000. Now they also counter offer me because I do have other loans and lines of credit open with Navy Federal. Remember? So I talked to you about this with credit. With credit, when you are doing loan applications, they're going to look at your DTI. What's DTI? Debt to income. Okay. That's your debt to income ratio. All right. So when you guys are going to loan, that's why they ask you, what's your mortgage payment? What's your rent payment? What are, you know what I'm saying? On some of these loan applications, they ask you that because they want to be able to make sure that you can afford the payment. Right. And then based off of your credit, when they run it, because they are going to run your credit, they did pull TransUnion. I'm again talking about Navy Federal. All right. They did pull TransUnion. I am in Chicago. So they did pull TransUnion, and it was a hard credit pull. It was not a soft credit pull. It was a hard inquiry. Okay. But I was able to get this approval that morning. So say I did it that night, by 11 a.m. that morning, I had an email saying that my loan had been approved. So when I opened up the email, it said, you have been approved for this $35,000 loan. Okay. That's how I got to the 35,000. Now, depending on your debt, depending on your income, depending on your DTI, your debt to income ratio, you may get 40,000. You may get 50,000. You get what I'm saying? It just depends on your unique and individual situation and what else do you have reporting and open on your credit. Okay. So that's the biggest things. I'm trying to give you guys some of the stuff that y'all be asking me before I even finish this here. Okay. So then they asked me, okay, do you want the check overnighted? So FedEx, I think it was $12 or something to send it to me the next day. Okay. I wanted it the next day because I was literally going to maybe go buy this van on that Saturday. So it came in the mail, came by FedEx the very next day. I got the check in my hand. So now that you have the check in your hand, you can now go walk into the dealership that you want of your choice and go purchase with buying power. Now you're not sitting in the dealership for 4 and 5 hours, right? Remember, I talked to you guys about this, especially if you're an entrepreneur, a business owner. I told you we treat ourselves like a boss. I'm a boss. I don't have time to be sitting nowhere for 4 or 5 hours. No. And then if you don't get the car, you're really going to be pissed off. Okay. So this is going to save you money. This is going to save you time. This is also going to give you an advantage. And I like to call it buying power. When you walk into the dealership with your own money, now you don't have to have that runaround conversation with them as to what can you afford? What can you look at? Now you know you got 35 grand or 40 grand or whatever your check number is, right? I had a client who got a $50,000 check, right? She wanted a truck. Bam. You get what I'm saying? Simple as that. And now you got one inquiry on your credit report. You hear what I'm saying? Now you didn't walk into the dealer, because this is what you guys don't understand when you walk into the dealer. When you walk into the dealer, you are asking them to fund you a vehicle, right? When you walk into the dealer. In the event, many of you guys don't know this, but dealers usually, most dealers, excuse me, most dealers usually have a list of banks that they work with. Some dealers work with 2, 3, 4 banks, but most dealers work with 15 to 30 banks, which is why a lot of times if you guys have ever purchased a vehicle and you walk into the dealership, your credit score dropped probably 20 to 30 points after that day. And it's because that when you go to a dealer, they're going to run your name. They're pretty much putting your application in. And then when they hit that submit button, they're going to run your name through all of those banks that they're approved to already work with. You get what I'm saying? Now, there are some dealers, there are very few, I'll say that actually only deal with maybe 3 or 4 banks. But you would need to know that. You would need to be aware of that. You would need to talk to the finance manager already and know that this company is not going to run your name all over the place, right? Now, the other disadvantage to that happening is when you guys are running your credit report like that, each inquiry is anywhere between 2 to 3 points. So that is going to affect you, right? So the worst thing that you could do is go to a dealer and then they ran your credit 20 times and then they got the nerve to tell you they couldn't find nobody to finance you. I have seen people walk after sitting 5, 6 hours at the dealer, still walk away with no car. That is disheartening. It's heartbreaking. And now you have just dropped your credit score even more. You get what I'm saying? So now you know, you done learned a little something tonight from Patrice Stewart, the realest tax and business strategist that you will ever meet, right? You're on Patrice L. Stewart platform and channel. Keep following. You'll learn all kind of game. Oh, Mink Mob, I like that. You say I'm up 100 points since I started watching you, baby. I'm gonna keep coming back. Let's roll. Come on here. Up 100 points. Let's roll. Come on here, boo. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So yes, Beverly, we hate the dealer. All right. I want y'all to be boss status like me. I treat myself like VIP wherever I go. Okay. So I need you to understand we're not walking in nobody dealership and asking and begging for no financing. We ain't got time for that. You're going to go to your credit union, and it don't have to be Navy Federal. Remember, you got USAA, PenFed. You got 800,000 credit unions, y'all. Navy Federal is not the only one. Don't get stuck on Navy Federal. That's just the title. Okay. Navy Federal is not the only one. Can you get off the 30 days late? Usually you cannot get off 30 days late unless you remove the whole account. So really what you want to do is just contact your lender, and you can actually call, if you guys didn't know this, you can call your lender. You can, if you've ever been late on your auto loan, you can call your lender and you can ask them, can they remove that late payment off of your credit report that is affecting you, that is hurting you? Let them know, I'm trying to buy a house. I'm trying to refinance this car. Okay. If you want me to help you, help me. Okay. But an only way that you can remove late pays from an actual account is to remove the account. A lot of people don't tell you that. But there's no way that you can go back and get and remove late pays off of a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year account. That's why a lot of you guys are just having your accounts missing, and people do credit sweeps and just take everything off. But honestly, that's the worst way to dispute credit, because you're removing all of your good stuff. If you have an account that you paid 9 years on time, you're going to remove it just because you had 2 late pays? Like, no. So let me also put you on game too. Once you have a late payment, as long as you pay that account for the next 6 months on time, that one late payment will not affect your credit score. Okay. So what you want to not do is pay your car note late. Do not pay your car note late. If you cannot afford the whole car note, if you have a $500 a month car note and you cannot afford that $500 a month payment, pay $300. If you pay over 50%, they cannot report that payment late. I'm gonna give you that hack. Okay. TikTok, I need you to tap in on that hack right there. Double tap that screen real quick. I'm gonna go to YouTube and see if we got some questions. TikTokers, let's roll. Y'all know y'all job. Okay. But I know y'all get a lot of fake credit information out here from these fake gurus out here. But yeah, we debunking a whole lot of stuff, okay? Because I'm so sick of these fake gurus out here for y'all. Everybody is a coach or a business owner or teaching something, or show me the receipts. Show me you really know the game, right? Y'all get receipts from me all day, every day. What's the other question on here? So Smile, you do have to, in order to get in Navy Federal, you do have to be either come in by a member or have a family member who worked for the government. So you don't have to be in the Navy. You can be in the Army. You could be in the Marines. You could just have to be a government worker. If you work for federal, if you work for FEMA, right? If you've ever worked for FEMA or a government agency, you can still get in. But majority of the time, then yeah, you have to be sponsored. That's what they call it, sponsored in. Navy Federal got hit real hard in these last couple of years. I like to tell y'all the cousins, right? The people who do the bad stuff, we just call them the cousins, right? I had to take Pookie name out because Pookie was getting real bad out here. So Pookie got mad at me. I'm not gonna say Pookie no more. So now I say the cousins, right? The cousins went through and acted amok with Navy Federal. So Navy Federal has a lot of changes. Things that they used to do, you are no longer able to do or get in that same way. So back in the day, you could let your mama, sister, auntie, cousin, brother in. Now they want an immediate family member, husband and wife and children. That's it. They're not letting your auntie, your cousin, your sister, your third cousin. They used to do all of that. But like I said, the cousins came through and messed it up. Federal contractor, you may be okay. I'm not Navy Federal, y'all. Go to NavyFederal.org and go on, open an account. It will show you exactly what you need to do. All right. What I'm giving you is once you're in Navy Federal or a credit union, remember, this is not the only one. All right. This is not the only one. Yeah, Sheila, that's what we call them, the cousins. Because it's real out here. And the cousins come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, too. Don't think I'm talking about only Black people, okay? The cousins is white. The cousins are Mexican. The cousins are Black. So the cousins are all the people who are on the internet doing all the fraud today. What you don't know is all of that affects you. And so this is another reason why I'm on here in TikTok. I'm getting ready to get to your questions next, but I really want to be clear as to who I am and why I speak the way that I speak and who I am, okay? My biggest thing is I would like to educate my community, especially I work with every race, okay? But I am very passionate about the Black community because we are the ones who are lacking right now as a whole in this country, okay? And a lot of people who look like me have been living off of survival mode. A lot of people who look like me have been living off of let me get it and let me hustle and let me do this lick and that scam and that, especially you younger generation. Y'all 20-somethings, woo, y'all in a whole nother other world with this game here, all right? But what I want to encourage and teach you is the proper way to understand credit, money, and taxes because we live in America, okay? Scheming and scamming can only go for so long. I'm being real honest. It's a whole lot of broke scammers, which I don't understand. So maybe if some of y'all listen to me instead of being upset with what I be saying on here and in your feelings, maybe if you took some of that money that you scamming with and you actually put it into some of these credit products that I've been talking to y'all and trying to teach y'all and educate y'all, or buying you some property or getting you a mobile home or getting you a vending machine, nobody knocking you for your hustle, boo. Do what you do, okay? It's corporate giants that's stealing money every day. So I'm not on here to knock you for what you do. But what I am on here to tell you is the dumbest thing in the world is for you to be scamming and putting your life at risk. And then you back in the hood with nothing. You're back in the hood, right back at square one. You made 10,000 last week, but you broke today. That makes no sense. You're not winning. Okay? So how about you get on here and you learn a little something tonight? All right. And at least if whatever you gonna do out there, again, that ain't my place. God to judge y'all, okay? But whatever you gonna do out there, I'm gonna need you to at least be buying the block back, buying the hood black, like getting something, because y'all going to the Gucci and the Louis store and all of that, baby. You really are not winning. You really are whack, and people are really talking about you. My goddaughter just shared something with me with some scammers in Chicago, and I'm like, yeah, and they back broke. So y'all been scamming for the last 3 years, 2 years, PPP. Y'all done got all kind of money from unemployment. You filed unemployment in California, Wisconsin, Illinois, and you broke. But you thinking you winning? No. So I need y'all to change y'all mindset, baby. Y'all to understand when you get an ounce of money, it's called put it into some money. Put it into action. Okay? Put that money that you made and put that sucker into something legitimate that is going to make you more money. Because if you're going to turn right around and be back broke and you a scammer, you're not a real scammer. Go watch the Netflix movie with the Ann girl. That's a real scammer. She was doing millions. Y'all around here thinking you doing something at 10, 20, 30,000. That you low level scamming. Y'all Section 8 level scamming. You get what I'm saying? Y'all want to be with the big dogs. Get up here like some of these corporate folk. Like some of these white men that's going to jail for millions of dollars, billions of dollars. All right. Back to it. I'm sorry. I got off subject. I'm sorry. I just be having to come and take, because, the cousins be on here real mad at me sometimes. But I'm just saying. That's it. All right. Back to it. Questions, concerns. Let's roll. I'm just saying. I'm going to say what they not going to say. I'm the one that's going to tell you. Okay. That's why I am the realist tax and business strategist, Patrice L. Stewart. If you're new here, welcome. All right. Hold on. I got to do TikTokers because TikTok has been waiting. Hold on, YouTube. Hold on. Let me move this up a little more. All right, TikTokers. Keep that double tap scrolling. TikTok. Y'all, we on TikTok for real. For real, TikTok. We at 6,000 likes. Really? This how y'all want to act today? I'm going to need y'all to get on y'all's job, okay? We need to do a double tap countdown right now. Let's roll. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Who are YouTube? 3 people. Y'all missing. Let's roll. Hit that like. Hit that like, baby. Hit that like. Hit that like if you're watching. Because y'all scamming people, charge y'all $500, $3,000, $2,500 to give you this information that I'm giving you tonight. No, I'm not going to answer no questions. If you ask me, I'm not going to answer no questions. Do I got any of my VIP people on here? I answer questions first for my VIP members. People who book my subscription. TikTokers, they be the realest ones on here. You gonna answer questions. Y'all paying me, you running me a check. But am I gonna answer questions? Yeah, when you run me a check. Run me a check. If I defaulted on a phone is back in good standing with a new provider, does the collection come off? No. So if you refinance or you go and get a new loan through a different company and that new account is reporting, then at that particular time, no, you're going to have the collection account more than likely still sitting on there and the new account. So you need to dispute that collection account. Mink Mob, I really can't answer that yet because the student loan forgiveness stuff is still in effect and just happening. They haven't really confirmed if the account itself will be removed from your credit or not. And that's going to be the biggest thing. If the account itself is removed, then yes, it will affect your score, especially if you had that account for like 20 years. I'm 41. So if my student loan account get removed, that's 20 years worth of history that is going away. So yes, it will definitely affect your credit at that point if the accounts are removed from your credit report, because now you're removing credit history. Oh, I may need to look into that, KK, MK. It's so much going on. I'm still filing taxes right now. So you say Biden and them is giving you possibly a $7,500 refundable credit if you buy an electric car. Hell, I'll buy an electric car if I'm going to get $7,500 back as a credit. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into that. It's a lot with taxes and tax law. So I'm not up on everything. I get caught up a lot this next month in December. So that's good to know. I'm gonna have to look into that. All right, now let me refresh TikTok, because y'all was on here acting up. If you new here and you ain't never been here before, y'all need to always be double tapping this screen while I'm talking. As much free game as I'm on here giving you, I should not be having no whack ass 6,000 likes on here, and it's 500 of y'all watching. Don't disrespect me like that. For real. When you come across a real one, respect the real one, because it ain't many of us out here like this. I guarantee you probably not coming across nobody on TikTok like me. PenFed, Sunbelt Credit Union. Yeah, there y'all go. How I put my car in my business name. We ain't gonna really go over that tonight because you got 30 minutes left, and that's a whole nother other kind of topic. But if you have a corporation or LLC, you can go to lenders like Ford. Ford will definitely finance you. Ally, ALLEY, will finance you. So if you want to look into those companies, you could go ahead and do that. But as far as how you're getting it done, I'm not going into that tonight. That's a whole nother other topic. Can I get a repo off my credit report? Listen up, y'all. Y'all could literally get anything off your credit report. You can literally dispute almost any account. Okay. You can dispute a mortgage. You could dispute an auto loan. You could dispute a lot of stuff. Now, disputing it and mean will it stay off forever? Probably not, right? Especially if it's an active open account that you are really utilizing. But yes, you can get a repo off. You can. It's possible to get a repo off. Like I said, I got my bankruptcy off my credit report. I think the third year. I think the third year, because your bankruptcy sit on your credit for 10 years now. Same way with all public records have been increased from 7 years to 10 years. If you didn't know that, all right. I want an auto loan with them, but I'll max my credit card. As long as you've been paying that credit card on time, Navy Federal will more than likely still give you that auto loan. I can't guarantee that. You still got to do an application, but more than likely, if you got some income to show proof that you could pay the loan, you can probably still get that with your credit card being maxed out. But I would say if you can pay as much down as possible before you apply, let your statement balance report, and then apply for the auto loan. Or you can just go for it and see. I mean, what's the worst they're going to say? It's one inquiry. So if they say no, they say no. Every credit application goes away after 30 days, if you guys didn't know that. So if you apply to a company and they denied you, but then let's say you fix your credit up in 30 to 60 days and now your score is up, you can go back to that company and apply again. So after 30 days, every credit application pretty much goes out the window and you got a fresh start. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Never pay interest. Pay as little as possible. If you see, it doesn't mean you need it. Okay. So Patricia, really with credit, you could really do your own credit. I'll give y'all again 609 credit letter. Google that 609. Google 609 template credit letter. There you go. Another gem dropped. You're welcome. You don't have to pay somebody to do your credit. You can start on your own. And then at that point, if you didn't, you could do it. Oh, this is the young lady that was tagged by Tash asking, am I going to answer questions? I'm with Navy Federal. I think I see your first question here, Miss Tagged by Tash, if you're still here. I don't like when people ask me, am I going to answer questions? Because I will, but I like to get my point across first. All right. So you may have to listen to 30 minutes of me talking and running my mouth, and then I'll go through and answer questions. I can see you're new here. Hello. I'm with Navy Federal and got denied for an auto loan. How long do I need to wait? Bam, I just told you that. You got your question answered before I even saw your question. Thank you, JC. I'm always kicking free games. Why I be trying to tell people sometimes just shut up and be patient. You're not paying me nothing on here. I'm on here talking for free. So if you got to wait a whole hour to hear your question answered, then shut up and wait the whole hour. No one is paying me on here. Okay? It's 8:00 at night in Chicago. I'm supposed to be doing taxes and I'm on here teaching you free games. So understand that I'm that one. All right. I'm from Chicago. Oh, yeah, we snap back. Because some of you TikTokers on here, y'all be talking a little jazzy for me. Baby, I just look like this. Don't let the light skin fool you. All right. Y'all know how it is in our neighborhood, in our community. Don't try to play me because I'm light skinned. Because I pull out peaches real quick. So what, Navy Federal got? And remember, this is not only with Navy Federal. You can do this with any credit union. You can do this with any credit union. All right. Any and every credit union offers auto loans, and their rates are usually a lot better. Okay. You go on Navy Federal right now, I forgot what they auto loan rates is starting at. I misquoted last time, and somebody who worked for Navy Federal came on here and got her panties all in a bunch. So I'm no longer quoting rates. Go on NavyFederal.org and you can see it your damn self. Okay. Because your rate is going to be determined by your individual credit score. Okay. So you say, oh my God, the neighborhood peaches. Yep, that was my old school name, peaches, peaches, peaches. The word you looking for is motion. Okay. I'm not familiar with Sunbelt Credit Union, but Sunbelt is a credit union. So as long as you're going to a credit union, Natalie, you should be good. Okay. You say, so true. They got me filed unemployment in my freaking name. Girl, Simone. But I'm glad you reported it. Okay, I'm just not getting to the comments while I was talking about the cousins, huh? Okay, how can I get? I answered that one. Getting your repo off. Pretty much to do a repo or a public record item, you have to have a template letter that addresses a public record item, a repo, or a bankruptcy. A lot of you guys always get on here and say YouTube University, right? But really, there are some things that you really could find out really from either YouTube or Googling. So in this aspect, that's why I said 609 credit letter, start there. All right. But as far as getting the repo off, you have to do a dispute letter. All right. The 609 dispute credit letter is a form of a dispute letter. So that's what you have to do in order to get any kind of account off of your credit. You have to do an actual dispute. Oh, Lord, you said my fiance scammed $450,000 and he's in federal prison. I'm about to screenshot this right here because I got so many people on here always talking about did nobody go to jail. Thank you for putting them facts on here because there's a lot of people that done went to freaking jail. Just because y'all don't know the people that did the PPP loan and didn't go to jail does not mean that nobody went to jail. Okay? A lot of people went to jail and a lot of people also lost their benefits. Chicago had a whole article about CHA workers. 16 CHA workers were fired because they did bogus, fraudulent PPP loans. The 17th worker quit because he knew they was coming for him. So I'm gonna need some of y'all on here to be like, so-and-so didn't get it. I don't know nobody. Do you know everybody in the United States of America? No, you do not. Right. Thank you, ma'am, for putting that on here. Because so many people think it's a game. Yes, you can refinance. So they also have an option for that too. So if you already have a vehicle, you can refinance your auto loan or you can apply for a new auto loan or a used auto loan. But yes, they do have new and refinance. So you can refinance your auto loan with Navy Federal too. And remember, let me repeat this one more time. One more time. Navy Federal is not the only credit union. They just are the #1 credit union in the nation, right? If you cannot get in there, do not cry over spilled milk. You got so many others, USAA, PenFed, all right? Type in credit unions near me. And whatever city and town you are in, watch all the different credit unions come up. Now, you all also have to do some legwork. You cannot be dependent on people on social media to give you everything. It's called I'm going to lead you to the water and then you're going to drink. If you're looking for somebody that's always charging you to get information, that ain't me. I'm on here leading you to the water all day, every day. You got to do your own legwork and research too, you all, okay? So I don't know every credit union. If you see one, roll with it. If you see one that you like, you see the interest rate, you could get in, roll with it. You don't got to ask me, how did this credit union, what about this one, what about that one? I don't know every credit union. I'm only going off what I know, which is Navy Federal. I've been with them for 10 years. I've had USAA in the past, and my ex-boyfriend had PenFed, okay? So I only speak on what I personally know. I don't speak on hypothetics, okay? Because I have 18 years in the accounting, banking, tax, and finance industry, I know a hell of a lot. All right. So that's why I'm giving it to you this way. But some of the stuff y'all asking me, y'all ain't got to ask me that. If you got a credit union, roll with it. If you found one that you could get in, roll with it. Okay. They say the dealerships cannot run your credit. They is who, baby? Because that's the only place that's running your credit is the dealership, boo. So I don't know who they are. We're not talking about they. I'm a professional. I'm giving you professional advice over here. The dealerships run credit. I don't know where you live at or what rock you've been under, but that's definitely how dealerships get your car, baby. So I don't know who they is. I've had Navy Federal a year. I'm trying to get auto loan. What's the best to do? I've already told y'all that. 50% off. Pay 50% of your payment and then report, and they can't report late. Yes, I mean that's still real. If you paid 50% of your auto loan, again, I worked in banking. So I worked behind the scenes that a lot of y'all never have worked in. Right now, I ain't gonna lie, maybe some things have changed because I have not had to pay half of my bills. Thank you, God, for blessing me with my business. Okay. Right. But before, let me say that, let me put that stipulation in there. Before, it's been about 7 years since I worked in the banking industry, so maybe some things have changed. But that's the hack that I give to my clients, okay? If you pay over 50%, they cannot report that, and that's because that's written in the what's the publication? Not fair credit reporting. What's the other one I tell y'all all the time? The big main one. Ooh, my mind just went blank. It'll come back. But yeah, that's written FCC, not FCC. Uniform Commercial Code, UCC. If you ever read the real details and law of UCC, Uniform Commercial Code, whoo. Some of y'all that be asking me about that 1099 essay, all that stuff, that's all a part of the Uniform Commercial Code. So if you actually read the Uniform Commercial Code in detail, you would understand that a lot of stuff that happens out here in America is really not legal. These companies get away with it because you, an American citizen, are uninformed. So as long as you are uninformed, these corporations and companies are going to play your asses all day, every day, like they're doing, which is why I'm on here educating tonight for you at 8:00 at night on a Wednesday night, okay? If you knew more like this, then you can use those things to your advantage, baby. Yes, more DNC, but that's the problem. Too many of y'all think that reading is for dummies. Reading is for simps. All right, I'm simping all day because I'm going to need more of you to get educated and stop playing games on this internet all day, because that's where all the laws is. Every single law regarding auto loans, credit cards, anything dealing with money, finances, taxes is in that Uniform Commercial Code. Majority of you ain't ready for it though. 99.9% of you are not really ready for it, which is why I tell you, don't ask me about no 1099 essay on here because I don't do that. But I also tell you, don't ask me about it because you are not ready for it. A lot of people are on here talking to y'all, but they're also not telling you the truth. You got to be ready for that. You got to be ready for that lifestyle. You got to be ready to be y'all got to be ready to change your entire mindset and thinking. And if you really not there, don't even play around with it. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you that. But read about it, read up on it, because that book was not available 10 years ago. Now you can find that book online. You can download the whole book and read all of the pages. It was hidden for a reason. That book has been hidden from plain sight. You cannot go into the library and find the Uniform Commercial Code. Okay, it's a reason. Real reason. Everything is hidden from you. Perez, they did. They did. Go away. It depends on how recent those payments are. If your payments have been late, it was if you pay late payments, which is again why I'm educating you and teaching you information tonight. You have to be late. You never, ever, ever, ever want to pay late. It affects your credit. It kills your credit score. And it's very hard to get yourself out of that late payment once you are reported late. So if your credit, if it's been the more recent payments, if you've been late the last 6 months, then you may want to hold off. But that's the other thing with Navy Federal is they are lenient. So I have seen them approve people who have late pays on their credit before. I haven't seen it recently, but I have seen it done. Okay. No, I don't really teach business credit because business credit really, you can really learn a whole lot for free. I mean, I have some stuff like I got an ebook that I got on my page that I'll be putting out, but I don't really do the whole business credit classes like that. I'll give you a resource though. You can go on Facebook page. It's a group called Get Business Credit. All right. I was in that group 10 years ago, before it got real scamish. Okay. So just pay attention to the accounts that people are saying that they got approved for. If you want to learn credit accounts, tiers, different accounts, things like that, that's a very great group to get free resources. All right. So you can start there. Again, is Get, G-E-T, Business Credit. Them 3 words. They pretty much let anybody in the group. Like I said, that group has kind of gone to shit as far as the people working in it, right? There's a lady named Vanessa who manages that group. But they do have a lot of information in there. So you can even go back, you can hit search, you can type in tier 1, type in tier 2, type in tier 3. You get what I'm saying? So you can just look at what people are posting that they got, look at the accounts, make notes, and keep it moving. But do not work with nobody in that group because I don't know who is in that group now anymore. No, I'm not saying that anybody could be approved for an auto loan regardless of credit. What I'm saying is if your credit is not the best, if you have maybe a 580, a 600, a 620, instead of you going to an auto dealership and trying to get them to approve you for an auto loan, you have a very less likely, you're very less likely to get a decent rate, right? They're going to utilize that. They're going to take advantage of the fact that your credit score is not the best, right? So a lot of you guys are paying 20, 25% for a 5-year term auto loan. That's too damn high. So if you went to a credit union, your interest rate may be 14% with a credit union. It may be 10, it may be 8%, right? But your chances of getting approved at a credit union are a lot greater when you kind of have some issues going on with your credit, especially if you are a member. Remember, because I talked to you about this. It's a difference from standard banking institutions like a Chase, Bank of America, PNC, right? And then it's a difference from a credit union. Those big box banks are owned by shareholders. Credit unions are owned by us, the members, not necessarily owned by us, right? But they are more open to working with you because you are a member of the credit union. So your business is valuable to them. You get what I'm saying? Their lending standards are a lot lower than a standard banking institution. Chase may charge you 18% out the gate, whereas the credit union may say, well, we'll work with you and we'll give you 10%. You get what I'm saying? So that's the difference with a credit union and a big box bank. And then the other thing is when you go to that dealer, most dealers are not running your credit report through 1, 2, 3, 4 companies. Most dealers have anywhere between 15 to 30 banks that they deal with. And so when they hit that submit button on your application, it goes out to all of those banks that they work with. And so a lot of times when you guys go to the dealer and you see the next day your credit score drop and you're wondering why. Because all of those inquiries just hit your credit report. You get what I'm saying? So to avoid that, right? What you're going to do is you're going to open you up a credit union account. Once you have a credit union account, you're going to apply to the credit union company with for the auto loan, and then they're going to send you a check, like what I have in my hand in the mail. Okay. So now you're going to take this check and go to the dealer. You get what I'm saying? That is called buying power. All right. And so, like I said, especially if you guys do not have the best credit, this is the way that you want to walk into a dealership. You do not want to walk into a dealership hoping and wishing. Okay. So that's the whole everything we talked about in a nutshell, in a recap. All right. Thank you, Perez, Josie. They got like 9 million cases out here. Come on, let's roll. Baby, let the scammers think that they lose, think that they winning. We just gonna let them think that they up. Has the deal, the car insurance that people are talking about, low rates are familiar with that. Real dude, I'm just seeing your message, baby, and you kind of typed that wrong. You said hats the deal with car insurance that people are talking about, low rates are familiar with that. I don't know really what you're asking. You're asking something about car insurance and low rates. I'm not really understanding that question. So if you don't mind retyping that. Wanted to apply to a Navy Federal with Navy Federal for 3 years. What do I need to do? Girl, you've been with them 3 years. Just go on that app right now and apply. They're going to ask you basic information. A lot of the information is already populated because they already have your name. They already have your address. They already have your social. So really the application took less than 2 minutes. I mean, it took less than 30 seconds to do the application because they're literally going to filter in your name and your address and your social. They already know that. They're going to ask you what your income is, I think. They may ask you what your monthly mortgage or rent payments are. And then they're going to ask you for your employer information. I think that's it. Like, it was real simple. Simple. Okay, a 2-year-old could do the application. Same way the 2-year-old could have did the PPP loan for y'all. And so many of y'all paid all that money for that. But I'm sorry. Oh, let me not do that to y'all tonight. Let's get back to it, okay? But it's simple, baby. Seriously. Go on there and do the application. It ain't hard. Seriously. And Navy Federal ain't the only bank. All of them, all the banks are caught on. That's what I'm trying to say. And this is why I talk about the scammers, because what the scammers don't understand is what you do, it affects the rest of us. We know that most of y'all don't care because most of y'all who are doing this, y'all just out here living y'all best life. Y'all not thinking, y'all don't have no kind of real mindset. Y'all just out here winging it. Because like I said, most of you scammers is broke the next month. So you're not real scammers anyway. But what happens is when scammers scam the banking institutions, the banks start talking to each other. And they're like, hey, we done lost $100 million with such and such and such and such. Or we done lost $50 million with this process. So now that's when they start going in and they start changing stuff. So this is why so much changes with banking, taxes. Taxes change every single year. This is why the taxes change for this year, because you guys did all that PPP fraud 2 years ago. The Schedule C is now different. The Schedule C now has additional questions on the Schedule C tax return that was never on the Schedule C before. Hello, that happened because of the fraud. So a lot of times these people be thinking, oh, man, your business, do this, do that. This is my business. This is my industry. I'm in financial services. I got all the business to be talking about PPP, fraud, Navy Federal scammers, whatever the hell I want to talk about, because I am a professional in this arena. You are a scammer and a side hustler trying to do something, and you just mad because somebody bringing light to it, okay? But the other reason why I bring light to this, for my real people who are real working class citizens or real business owners, and you trying to make moves out here, and you wondering why you can't make the moves you want to make, because these ignorant people out here, like I said, scammers come in all shapes and colors. It's not just black folk, right? White, black, green, yellow, orange, Mexican, Chinese, all that, right? Every race do it, right? But that's the problem, is when they get to doing so much, it affects the rest of us. And I'm gonna just be real honest. When people who look like me get to joining in on the scamming, y'all mess everything up because you scam and don't know what the hell you doing with scamming. Go take a scam 101 course from a white boy on the internet or something, because the white men know how to scam. You Negroes, this is why I get in y'all asses, because y'all don't know how to scam. One, okay? So if you really want to learn the game, go watch The End Lady I said on Netflix. Learn something. Because what you do is ultimately with y'all mindset, because y'all are Negroes and you don't understand money, credit, and taxes because you've been living in the hood your whole life and you don't want to read a book, right? You think, oh, I done came up on this lick, but that lick cost me or them or the rest of us that are on here trying to make stuff happen. And so now all the banks have different rules. Now that's why Navy Federal, everybody can't get in Navy Federal now. That's why you can't bring your auntie, your cousin, your sister, your mama like you used to do, right? Now you have to be a direct member, or you have to actually be a member in that household. This is why banking processes have changed, because when y'all get in, y'all fuck everything up. I ain't mad at the white scammer, because at least he is utilizing the scam as his business. Most of these dudes that do that, they're running their business. That's the scam, right? They have real legitimate businesses, which is why when you hear them doing a pyramid scheme, he done made $100 billion. John, the white man who is now 80, they just realized that he's a scammer because he's been running this business like a business. You Negroes learn one thing on a credit application and you want to tell everybody, hey, I got this lick. Hey, I got this. Hey, I'm doing that. And y'all fuck the whole system up. Every time. Every single time. Okay? This is why I be on here cussing you out and yelling at you. Because then, now have you only messed the system up, then you walking around and what I say all the time, Gucci and go. And you broke again next week. You didn't even go buy you a crib. You didn't even go buy a condo. You didn't even go buy no land. You didn't even get a life insurance policy if your dumb butt died from somebody shooting you for scamming their money. What time is it? I gotta go. I got to go. Okay? I got to go. This is the reason why I educate. Seriously. This is the reason. Because too many people in the hood, in the community, are listening to a scammer who don't know nothing, has never worked in finance, taxes, credit, business a day in your life. But you done learned one line or one page of a PPP application, and now you think you're doing something. But what you have done is messed up the whole system. That's why we're in this PPP loan mess right now. Because many of you fools did not know what you were doing. And you put all this dumb information on the application, and now they're going back and auditing everybody, going through everybody's applications. So thank the scammers for that. Y'all be mad at me on here. No, it ain't me. It's the scammers. It's not me. It's the scammers. Seriously. Messed up the whole system. Sharon, how much should I request for a car loan? Baby, what can you afford? Don't go out here and get nothing that you can't afford. Because remember, that car loan, you need to pay that bill every month. So request what you can afford. I can't tell you what you can afford. If you can afford 100,000, there you go. If you can afford 50, there you go. If you can afford 20, there you go. Stay in your lane. That's the best I could say. Because right now is not the best time to be getting into debt. Not no real debt that you can afford. You cannot afford. I'm going to say that. All right. If you are not understanding, we are in a recession. Okay. Housing prices are going up. 6 to 7% interest rates on buying a house right now. right? Your food costs more than ever. Living expenses are up. So if you are not paying attention that they are going to a have and a have not society, again, that's why I'm on here talking to you. Fix your credits. Get your life in order. Get your house in order. Get your money in order. All right. Then buy the blocks back. Start pouring back into your communities that you are living in, because in a minute, you're going to see real seriously what I'm talking about. You're getting forced out every day and you're not even paying attention to it. I live in South Shore. South Shore is being completely revamped because the Obama Library. There was a white man looking at my building that got out of his car and was filming and taking pictures of the properties in my area. If y'all want to keep staying on link and Section 8 and government assistance and thinking that that's sweet, all right. You heard it here from me, just like you heard it from me 2 years ago with the PPP when I tried to warn you. I'm trying to warn you again. So either you take heed or you keep doing what you do. Simple as that. I like PenFed. PenFed, cool. I still think Navy Federal is one of the best as far as the amounts that they lend. But let some people tell it, you can get limits just like that with PenFed. I personally haven't banked with PenFed. My ex had a PenFed account. But I personally have never had a PenFed account. But based off my clients and their limits, they not bad. Excuse me. If you can get the business loan with Navy Federal, then go through Navy Federal. I mean, Navy Federal has good products. So even they have business credit cards and everything. So I personally have not done a business loan with them. Oh, there go my time. I'm sticking to my time. I'm reclaiming my time. I've been on 1 hour. I told y'all I was getting off at the hour. We've been on an hour. That's it. That's it then, y'all. I'm gonna go through these last few questions on TikTok and we getting off. I got more taxes to file. I got more taxes to file tonight. Oh, yeah. So let me also say that if you have not filed your taxes, you can still file your taxes. Tax season is not over. I know they love to say tax deadline was yesterday, but you can still file your taxes. The system actually shuts down on November 20th. My office, we are open until November 10th. I'm taking the last person on November 10th, and then we're shutting down for the rest of the year, November 20th. And I'm closing up for the rest of the year to get prepared for this upcoming January tax season. But if you still need to file 2019, 2020, or 2021 taxes, get with me. We can file your taxes electronically. 2019, if you have not filed yet, this is the last year for you to file and get a refund. All right. So I stress that to you guys. If you only have 3 years to file and get your refund for taxes. So the moment that December 31st hits at midnight, you can no longer file your 2019 electronically and you will not get a refund. Okay. So be cognizant of that. If you have not filed 2019, get in and get that money, especially if you do a refund. Okay, well, I'm gonna just block you then if it's giving very much. She said, y'all, I'm giving very much Uncle Ruckus on here. I thought Uncle Ruckus was the one who hated himself on the Boondocks. I thought he was one that was the black man that wanted to be white. So, okay, boo, that's fine if you feel that way. We just blocked and deleted you. You'll never have to see my page come through again. On to the next. Keep it moving. Let me see. Who else? Is somebody else on here? Let me block them, baby. That's okay. We don't argue with nobody. What we do? Bam, 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 bam. What's my thing? I'm mad at Kanye right now a little bit. I understand him. He do got some problems, but I'm gonna go ahead and say, but I'm a little upset with my Kanye Gemini brother right now. But bam, 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 bam. We don't argue with nobody who broke it in us. We don't do that. We don't argue with nobody who don't know nothing. When you got 18 years in the game, then you come holler at me. Other than that, baby, let them people think what they want to think. We just block and delete around here. I know I touch some people's fancy, you know, especially the scammers. Them be the ones that's real mad on here. So let them be mad. Whole time y'all entire way of making the change will be a cashless society. So here go another one. She say a whole time y'all entire banking the change will be a cashless society soon. A little louder for the people in the back. I don't know if she a scammer or not, or if she trying to be smart. I just want to make sure I get them all off of here though. Because I don't have time to go back and forth with nobody broke. Because like I said, 99% of the scammers that I know of here in Chicago are broke. Broke to the broke. You had 10K last month and you zero right now. That's why you even on here watching this video. Because if you were scamming like that, you wouldn't even be on here watching my video, boo. Woo, they be so weak and hurt. Ooh, hurt feelings, baby. Got them all the time. All the time. All the time, baby. Real scammers ain't on here watching no video if you scamming. But we just know you wrong. You wrong. Okay, that's understandable. Right, Felix. We know we know I'm wrong. All the shit that I said on here tonight, I'm wrong. Right. You are clearly a scammer. I'm gonna block and delete your scamming ass too. Talk about I'm wrong. Out of an hour worth of content and information, everything I said on here was wrong. Oh, yeah, I know I hurt some people tonight, baby. Hurt some people tonight. Hurt feelings up in here tonight. Because Chicago is known as scam capital. Y'all love to glorify the scammers. Love to glorify the scammers. But that's why I said, baby, been in the game 18 years. Can't nobody tell me shit. Nothing. When you got 18 years of experience under your belt and behind your belt, then you can come holler at me. Other than that, keep it moving. And be mad. Stay mad. I did do a brief review, boo. I've been on here an hour. And I do this for free, so I'm not getting ready to stay on here no more longer. All right. Oh, that's it. You're going to have haters everywhere you go, baby. You know, it don't matter. It's going the game don't stop. That's it. I'm just here for the people who want the knowledge. Other than that, you say, I know a Chi-Town scammer and he stayed with Stacks. Oh, okay. She wanna, but that's y'all generation. You 20 and under people, y'all think that that's cool. I see a lot of you young girls be on here and y'all really be glorifying the whole scam life. But I'm gonna just tell you, when you grow up, I'm 41. So just know and understand that, okay? When you grow up and it's time for you to really have some real shit in life, then you'll understand. Right now, y'all think it's fun and games and it's cute and all that other stuff, but it's cool. Stay limited though, because holler at me in 40 years, in 20 years. Then say the same thing. Because it's cute and funny when you 20, when you 21, when you don't have no responsibilities. I own property. I have several businesses. I'm not out here scamming. That's the difference, right? When you a scammer, you really don't have shit. A lot of y'all still living in your mama basement, all of that. Or you at your boyfriend's house that he rents in the condo for 30 days and then he gone, right? I know a bunch of people that had that PPP money and had a condo for 3 months and now they're back in their mama basement. So like I said, when you ready to boss up, when you ready to level up, when you ready to actually own property, have assets, have $1 million life insurance policy, have several businesses, then come back on this page and holler at me. Until then, go follow the scammers. I'm not the person that you should be on here talking to. It's no need to go back and forth with me. It's no need to have your little opinions. They really don't matter. You're a kid. I'm a grown-ass woman handling real business. Simple as that. All right. They're in the basement. Most of them are in the basement. 99.9% of them are in the basement. Yes, they are. KMK, thank you. You got a question that you just gave me a $20 tip. I appreciate you. KMK, do you have anything on YouTube that you would like me to address for you before I get off of here tonight? Because I'm done. I'm done talking. I gave y'all more than enough free information tonight. But I'm done. Angela, thank you for chiming in. I know you're new here. I've been on here a whole hour and 15 minutes already. So I got real work to do. I got real work to do for people that's paying me. So I have to go and do the work for the people that's paying me tonight. This was fun. This was real fun. But I'm not answering any more questions tonight. I'm getting off of here. I will try to come back on tomorrow, but I don't necessarily come on every single day as much as I try to, but I'm not on all the time. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate you. Appreciate that $20 tip. Thank you. That's how you tip somebody. That's how you appreciate somebody. TikTokers, I also have a subscription now for those of you guys who want to pay the little subscription. If you want, you can. You can also tip me. There's a tip link in my bio if you wanted to give me a tip for tonight. But I'm not answering any more questions. We've been on here long enough. I'm out. So I will try to come on tomorrow, but I'm not going to promise you anything. Tomorrow's Thursday. If not, I will definitely be on Friday if I don't come back tomorrow. Okay. Terica, oh, there go my VIP girl. Hold on. Terica, you got something? You got a question? You just not getting on, Terica? Anybody that's a VIP, I got to answer your question. I just saw your comment, Terica. Hold on, I'm scrolling up. If you got a question, Terica, go ahead and answer it. I'll answer it for you because you are a VIP subscriber. You got a question? I'll wait for your question. I'm sorry. I just be having to tell people how it is, baby, because some people just be thinking they know something, and that's all. I know some of y'all just used to not having no real one in your life to talk to you real and honest like this. So hey, it is what it is. But if you 20 something and you glorifying your scamming boyfriend and y'all ain't got shit, then I'ma just tell you, start looking into getting something. How about you put that scamming money to some real use? Buy these blocks back since y'all doing so much money and clocking so many of these racks. How about you do that? Any updates on what we spoke about? So not yet. Yep. I haven't heard back from either one of them yet. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to do that for you. Dumb, just like you. Block and delete. I'm off the summary, baby. That's all you got? Okay, I was just waiting on Terica because she VIP. If y'all notice by her name, it say VIP. When you become VIP and you subscribe, then you actually get your questions answered. I'm responsible for answering your questions at that point. Everybody else, I don't have to answer your questions because I'm on here for free and nobody is paying me. Like I said, I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes now. So I was waiting on Terica. Terica, thank you. You got no other questions? We'll reach out and talk offline. I'm not doing credit cards and all that other stuff tonight. I think you go on the top. Terica, how did you subscribe? Because I don't even know. I'm the creator, so I don't know how to go in. I just know I set it up. Terica, can you tell me before I get off how these people subscribe? Because I don't know. Thank you, Perez. Appreciate you, King. She say tap the stat above. It say subscribe live. How do y'all join Navy Federal? I don't know. Y'all gonna have to figure that out. I'm just giving you some sauce on how to get in. All right, YouTubers, we are out. Thank you again, KKMK. Appreciate your blessing.